guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to film this for such a long time, I think throughout my whole entire pregnancy. As you can tell by the title of this video, it is like testing out old wives' tales or things that people say about you and guessing what you're going to have for the gender of your baby. As you guys know, we do not know the gender of our baby.
You get so out of breath being pregnant, oh my goodness. As you can tell, you guys, and also pregnancy brain is real.
As you guys can tell, if you've been following our channel for a while, I am 9 months. I'm actually almost 10 months. I'm at my 39-week and a half. So I'm literally almost there. I'm days away from my actual due date, which I thought we were going to go a lot sooner. So that's why I didn't actually get to put this video out sooner. But I did want to film this nonetheless to see, okay, is it true or is it not true? Because a lot of people say a lot of different things on what you could be possibly having. So I wanted to test them out and just kind of tell you guys what worked for us. At the end, you'll end up finding out what we end up having. So right now we don't know what we're having, so we are taking a guess. So I thought that's why it'd be fun to do this video. I did want to do it with my husband, but unfortunately we just have not had time to sit down to film a video together. Either we're both super busy or he doesn't have a haircut and he's like, I can't go on camera and do it with me looking all scruffy with my beard and stuff. So we just have not had the time to do it together. So I figured I'm off this week on maternity leave already. Why not just film the video so that way we can test it out and see. I have not tried any of them out. I tried not to look at too many of them to persuade me either way, so that way it can be the honest and true actual thing. So let's get started. I'm basing it off of things either people have told us or an article that is on the Today Show. I will link it down below so that way if you guys want to try it out and try out these old wives' tales, you definitely can. I'm going to base it on the last one that I recently just went to this week, and the baby's heart rate was 130 beats per minute. So with that, it is saying that I am going to have a boy if you're basing it based on that. But I feel like my heart rate has changed so much throughout the pregnancy. It's been higher than 140 and it's been lower than 140. So it just, I guess, depends on what you want to say. Since this was my last appointment, probably, I'm going to go by that. And it was a 130 exactly. So throughout my entire pregnancy, I have been carrying super low. Like even compared to friends and stuff that were around my same time, like Shay, my best friend, she carried super high, which is kind of ironic because we know for sure that she had the boy, and I have been carrying super low, I think throughout my entire pregnancy. So I'm not really sure how you want to say that, but the legend goes, if you're carrying low, you're having a boy. So another one for a boy. So based on that prediction, I have been told a lot that it looks like I am all belly and it is all round. Like I literally put a basketball underneath of my dress. Some people are like, is your belly even real? Because it looks way too round and like fake-like. So I would have to say that again, my baby is showing that it's going to be a boy on that one. So I feel torn on this one because personally, and it specifically means your first trimester, I was so nauseous. I didn't necessarily have like morning sickness of throwing up every single day like I know a lot of people, but I did feel super nauseous and very tired in my first trimester, and the only time I did throw up was whenever I would brush my teeth. I, for some reason, just could not handle the mintiness of the toothpaste, but I heard that happens with a lot of pregnant women. So I feel like I'm gonna say I was nauseous a lot of the time. So we'll say that I did have morning sickness, because I know some people who just go by the first trimester and are great. So for that one, we'll say it's a girl. Like, we'll give ourselves 1 point for a girl finally. So my first trimester, I didn't crave anything at all. Second trimester, I honestly didn't crave anything at all. I would say if anything, I wanted pizza. But even not pregnant, I always want pizza, so I don't really say that's a pregnancy craving because I feel like that's an all the time craving for me. So it's not just pregnancy related, but I would say the third trimester I have craved more sweets than ever before. And it's not even like a crazy amount. It's just like, oh, I wanted a pack of Oreos, so I would eat like one a night or something like that. If I wanted something sweet after dinner, I would just eat one Oreo or something like that. So it's not like I was going crazy and needed to eat like a whole thing of pie or a whole thing of ice cream or a whole thing of cake or something. It was just like I needed something to just kind of give me that sweet tooth craving that I had. So I guess for this one, we will say it is a girl for that one. Okay, I guess you put in the year of conception of the baby and then the mother's age, and you calculate it into some voodoo whatever calculation that you get, and that will determine what the gender is. So I will include that right here because I'll have to like look it up on the internet because I don't know off the top of my head, but I will include that right here, what it says the gender is going to be based on that calculation. And I'll kind of, if I find somewhere explains it a little bit better, I will list that down below as well because right now I have no idea. Without even thinking about it, I knew if I were to see a key or pick it up, it would always be by the top of the key. Just because my keys are usually bigger on the top, like our house key is bigger on the top. My actual car key is bigger on the top. So I figured even before I even like picked up the key, I knew it would be that. So let's see what it says. It says if you grab it at the top round part, it's a girl, while the narrow part equals a boy. So I'm guessing for this one, it is going to be a girl. I actually noticed this recently that my hands have been super dry, and I actually told my husband about it because he suffers from like dry, cracked hands around this area, and I have been experiencing the same exact problem. So, and actually like throughout my body, I just feel like it's just been super dry. So I've been like over moisturizing my body so much and my hands, just because I feel like they are really dry lately, which is really weird because it's so humid here in Florida right now that usually it kind of gives you a little bit more moisture. So I'm going to say for this one, it's a boy. So I find that this is kind of silly to me because honestly, when you're pregnant, you do tend to pee a little bit more yellow, just because of all of your prenatals and stuff like that. So it says that if your pee has been a darker color, it usually is a boy, and if it's lighter and cloudier, it's a girl. I find that the only way that I'm able to get a lighter color is if I am chugging water by the gallons, you guys. Like I have to be drinking water all day long, and if I'm not at all, if I miss a little bit, it is definitely going to be a darker color just because of all the vitamins and iron I've been taking. So I'm going to say for this one, it is a boy. So right now, I just checked because my husband is not here, but if I feel like he says differently when I come back later, I will edit that. But right now I feel like when I'm looking at it, which is kind of hard, that my left one is bigger. So we will say a boy for now. I have had pretty clear skin, and not like clear skin, like I still have texture on my skin throughout my pregnancy and stuff, but I would say the last month I have really started like breaking out with like more pimples and stuff throughout my face. But we did read that does happen whenever you are getting close to the end of your pregnancy and you're getting ready to actually push the baby out. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. So I'm going to add a point for each because honestly that is a hard one to tell if or not that is what we are having. So I find with me, I usually always wake up on my right side just because I like to cuddle with my husband. This was even before I was pregnant, but at the end of the, like after a few minutes, we're like, okay, we go to our own separate ways, and I usually turn like this. I never like my back to be faced away from I don't know, like from that side of the bed, and I sleep on the right side of the bed, so naturally I just tend to sleep on my right side. So with that being said, it would be a girl for that one. I'm gonna have to do this one in a little bit, so probably when we come back from dinner and doing errands and stuff, I'll have my husband do the little string test for me. So we'll have to test that out when I come back in a little bit, but right now it's kind of hard to test that out on yourself, so. I don't know, what do you think?
What were the two options?
Circular or a pendulum? I'm guessing a pendulum is like just straight.
Oh, I started a pendulum.
Oh, it is. So then that means it's a boy on this test.
I don't know if it's doing that because I don't feel like I'm moving, but.
So I thought these were fun. If you guys know of any other more ones to kind of tell if you're having a boy or girl, be sure to list them down below. I'm just going based on this website on the Today Show and what they said. They gathered up all of the old wives' tales and combined them all together. So yeah, I will link that as well for you guys if you want to test it out and see which one works for you guys. So I will add them up and put the winner down below. Right here, so that way you guys know who ended up winning, if it was a boy or a girl. And stay tuned if you guys want to see what the baby actually is and if this test had any validity and if it was right at all. So thank you guys. Bye.